What's going on, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. And today is a bit of a follow-up video from a video I did yesterday. Unbeknownst to me, I was doing a song called Route 216 from what was it? Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And then after I uploaded, I realized those are not the originals. These are the originals. So I don't know how much different they are, but we're gonna be hearing the originals now. So Diamond and Pearl. I'm still not familiar with all the Pokemon games, so I had no idea. So these are still requested by Disable and Carson. Let's get into it. And it's going to be kind of a little bit of a social experiment because I always say how much I can't remember songs because I listen to so many. This was the last song I heard, but it was yesterday. So let's see how much info I retained. But I will admit, I don't remember much except that I liked it and it was really funky. But we'll see once it gets started. This is the day and night, or day and then night, of Route 216, my most voted ice, snow, cold theme for my VGM Vibe 6 episode. This is Route 216 day. These are kind of short, so I kind of just want to listen. It does sound different. Oh, I remember the piano sticking out to me a lot. Oh, it's totally different. That's trippy. It feels like it's funkier. The original sounds like it's like there's a piano still on the right side. Oh, dude. Okay, actually that was like a really good refresher for the song. Okay, damn, that actually sounded significantly different. Let me listen to the nighttime version before I say anything else. But I'm actually, oh, did I say this from the channel Newell Fuchs? Both of them. I don't know if I said that. This is Route 216 night. I think I've only heard Diamond and Pearl once before this. I'm looking it up right now. Kind of. I heard Champion Cynthia. That was Diamond Pearl and I would say this one, at least the original version, sounds slightly more Christmassy, but not by much, just a little bit. Like it has a little bit more sleigh bell sound. Yeah, we gotta do some research here. We gotta do a little bit of research here. Pokemon. Okay. So for those that don't know, just in case this is your first video or so, I only played the first Pokemon, Generation 1, and that was Yellow on the Game Boy Color. Ever since then, well, I never really followed it after that. And anything I've consumed Pokemon since then has been only on this channel through its music. So it's been kind of like a both nostalgia trip and also like a whole brand new journey. It's pretty bizarre if you think about it. So I'm not totally familiar with all the iterations of the games and also the what I guess are remasters, I'd assume. I'm looking that up right now. So, okay, so now I know. I don't want to talk about this too much. I want to talk about the song, but now I know that there was Diamond and Pearl, which I'm looking up right now, which was on the DS. And that was 2006. And then Brilliant Diamond was a remake. Oh, it was a remake. 2021. Oh, that's pretty recent. So I'm not sure how many of the generations got remakes or if they plan to do them all, you know. I think there was also like Omega Red. What am I thinking of? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So either way, I'm not going to remember this. And I know the comments are going to be like, actually, here's all of them. And I think someone actually has commented that before, like every single like Pokemon iteration. So I guess my question, just to boil it down, make it simple, why did they remake Diamond and Pearl? Were they just fan favorites, or did they feel like the handheld was not enough and it needed to be done? And what was the remake part? What did they add to it? Okay, so yeah, just to reiterate, I did hear these yesterday, but the Brilliant or the remastered, remake versions, I guess, whatever. And when I found out, I wasn't like disappointed or anything. I'm like, oh, dude, I have to hear them again. I was excited because I know I liked it, and it was the #1 vote. So, you know, I'm excited when, like, I get more hyped up when, obviously, you guys are hyped up and you want to see these. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to be hearing the originals now. Normally, if I knew that prior, I would have just put them all in the same video and just had all 4 of them. But I did hear the newer ones first. And even though they're still kind of new to me, from what I recall, let's just call them the new and let's just say the original and the new ones, just to make this simple. The newer ones sound incredibly faithful, just cleaned up audio. And it sounds a little less chiptune-y and slightly less emphasis on like video game music sounding, and sounding more like just like an actual like jazz band. So it just sounded like more just real instruments pretty much. But all the timing, the feeling, everything was there. That's kind of the initial, really only thought I got from the main difference between the two. These, I'm not sure how advanced the DS was, but I know it had a long lifespan, and I know people really admired it. But you can tell this sounds a little bit more, you know, handheld, and kind of like more of the sound that I know Pokemon as. So it was a little nostalgic in that regard. But yeah, this one felt like really emphasized on the chiptune, and the keyboards were like the melodies popped out more, I guess. This isn't really a thing about comparison. I don't really like to do that, which I like better, which not. I guess I'm boring. I like to just have the more options so I can hear them, you know, both. But I can see how people, especially in a game as divisive as Pokemon, I can see how people would prefer one or the other. Typically people prefer originals just because it's like, it's the original, you know, but I could see the argument for both. But the Diamond and Pearl versions, they definitely sound, at least to me, the kind of like traditional Pokemon sound, but also everything was slightly, besides the piano, everything sounded more clear because of the, like the MIDI sound. You could hear all these little things, except I really liked the piano in the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl version. That sounded amazing, and you can actually hear it a little better. It's kind of hard to hear in these ones. As far as the whole day and night thing goes, I think I might have said this in the other video too, but I don't know too much of the difference between the day and the night. Not even. So you have to work with me here. So it's like, I heard this song for the first time yesterday. I heard it in day and night for the first time, and then the next day, today, I hear the originals day and night. So it's like, it's a lot of Route 216, But overall, let's just talk overall. The song is extremely good, catchy, funky, jazzy. I feel like it's a very, for lack of a better word, it sounds very like Winter Wonderland. It sounds like a jolly old place, and it just kind of has these this swing that I would associate it normally with. I mean, I'm assuming it's either a town theme or something. I talked more in depth in the other video, but to me, when I hear music like this, my brain normally would go to like a shop. It sounds kind of like I'm browsing an inventory of like some armor or something. And I think I have the Legend of Dragoon to blame for that, because their shop theme is like one of my favorites ever, and it reminds me something like this. Which is funny, now that I think about it. I didn't plan that, but it's funny because in the previous video for this one, I said that the music kind of reminds me of Gunbound, which is an amazing compliment. And then I do recall saying in the past that the Legend of Dragoon shop theme also reminds me of Gunbound. So there you go. I told you, it's like all connected some way, somehow. But yeah, I get that feel of like, But apparently, I haven't found out yet. I will see footage soon, because I'm going to be talking about this song in depth in VGM Vibe 6, a sub-series where I talk about themes in games, and it's going to be all cold and snow stuff. So I'm sure it'll make a lot of sense. I'll get to see the background and whatever's happening. But as of right now, the sound gives off a best way I can put it is like a shop in the middle of a snowfield. Just something like that. They sell snowboards, they sell toboggans, all that. But it's cool. I'm glad I got to revisit these. This is the most requested. I can see why. And it's one last thing I should say about it. And I feel like I say this in almost every Pokemon video, but it's true. Which is funny because it's its own thing now. It's becoming its own genre and its own kind of meme. But it doesn't like sound like Pokemon. And what I mean by that is, the more I say that, the more it shows you just how diverse the soundtrack is, and like what is the Pokemon sound. There is no Pokemon sound. They do so many things. The electronic, they've gone into sort of a dubstep sound. They do this stuff. They do the battle themes. They do like, Pokemon music is extremely colorful and vibrant, and just, it's like me saying it doesn't sound like Pokemon also exactly means it sounds like Pokemon. I think you'll understand. If that doesn't make sense, but it does for me. So again, this is from someone who has not played since 1998, 1999. Which, by the way, I don't know if I've said this before, but that Pokemon Yellow, that Game Boy Color, man, that soundtrack, that original Gen 1 soundtrack, has been stuck in my head since then, and it's been one of the catalysts of me loving video game music growing up. I used to listen to like the Pallet Town and the, what was it, the, when you get healed, the Pokemon Center, is it the Pokemon Center? Where you get healed. Just every little place had its own little jingle. It's Victory Road, all that, man. Dude, I love it. Cerulean City. Then you got that creepy one, Lavender, It's all coming back to me, and it's just great. Yeah, I remember even the little surfing section. There was like a little surfing Pikachu minigame. It's all like distant memories, but they're there. Anyways, let me know more about the different versions of the generations and which ones have come back or been like remade, because I can't keep up with them. Which ones are your favorite between this and Brilliant, Diamond, and Shining Pearl? It's hard to keep track of all these, but yeah, that's Route 216. Also, I haven't asked yet. 216. What is the significance there? I don't think there has to be. It's probably just the number that they gave a route. I think they've always done that. But let me know if there's actually any significance to the number. Okay, this is Route 216, my most voted for cold theme in video games. And I've heard both of them, or all four of them. All right, cool. Well, thank you to Disable and Carson. Thank you to everyone who voted. Thank you to my Patreon members. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Later.